Hi, Don Dunham here for the band Black Cat. Happy Halloween 2010. We're just here, carved the pumpkin today, and it kind of got me thinking about the knife I was using, because I happen to use one of my favorite survival knives, and I thought I would just go through and take out my survival bag that I keep in my car all the time. Some people call it an emergency bag, some people call it a bug out bag. And I thought I would just show you all the contents in that. A lot of people are doing that now. I just wanted to put my spin on it. Again, this is Don Dunham from Black Cat, and I just wanted to, since this is a day of shameless self-promotion, we just played a show last night at Weber's in Reseda. Going to be playing another show in November at Paladino's. So anyway, Black Cat here, Don Dunham, and wanted to show you my take on the 15 essentials for a survival bag. Here we go. Number 1, sun protection. First thing, and these are not in any particular order of importance, by the way. What I like to use, a boonie hat. This is a regular military hat. They've been around since probably the Vietnam War. This is very important because it's got a bill in front, it's got a bill in the back. I prefer that over a ball cap because that only has a bill in the front. This will keep the sun out the back of your neck. We all know that's very important. Also, some sunburn cream. I've got 2 things of it here because one of them is almost empty. Sunburn cream, very important. And also, dark glasses, like my friend Craig, the cameraman here, always wears his dark glasses. That's very important. UV will destroy your eyes. Sun, snow blindness, staring in water for a long time will just destroy your eyes and make you miserable. Get some good UV protection dark glasses. Alright, I'm going to get a move on here. We got the Halloween noises in the background. It's Halloween, we're having fun, carved our pumpkin. Item number 2, map of where you are and where you're going. I live in California, so my map is Western United States. Okay, item number 3, one of the most important, although all of these things are equally important probably. Compass. This is what's called a button compass. It's just a small little compass. It should get the job done anywhere you are. Water and food. The best thing is if you actually did have some water with you. This particular bag for me goes in my truck. I don't really want to have water sitting in there going bad and turning bad. Maybe I should, but I don't. So you want to have a great big cup. This is very important that you have a big cup. You can boil your water in here. You never want to drink water that you find anywhere. You don't know what's in it. There could be little bugs in it, and you are going to be having major stomach and intestinal problems. I also carry some iodine tablets. Some people like to have chlorine. Excuse me, I'm going to turn the sound effects down. But something to purify the water. All is said and done, boiling it's still best. I bring a spare cup because I never know who's going to be with me. Craig or somebody. We're getting ready to take a hike through the Hanson Dam Wilderness area out there, a recreational area. You never know, you might need a spare cup. Some knife, fork, and spoon for your food. Can opener, bottle opener. This is an old item called a P38. It was actually invented during World War II to open up the metal cans in the old K ration. Modernly, the big version is called a P51. It does the same thing. I recommend you have this. Next, item number 5 is spare clothing. Now you notice I don't have a lot of spare clothing in here. Pair of dry socks. Maybe some of the most, one of the most important things anyone that's ever been stuck with wet socks will tell you is to have a set of dry socks. A lot of survival is the mental picture. You have to want to survive. You have to have the will to survive. Something like dry socks along with a nice warm fire will really keep your mental attitude up. Dry socks, a must. And then I have a couple of bandanas. Alright, number 6, a good flashlight. Modernly, everybody's into LED flashlights. The bulbs just do not burn out. They last forever. This is not a huge flashlight. Again, you don't have room for a huge flashlight. A small flashlight is what you want. Number 7, First aid kit, not going to go too deeply into that. Any kind of wound you have, clean it, treat it, cover it. You should have stuff to do those three things. 7, something to start a fire with. You should have 3 ways to start a fire. Traditional method, matches, regular old Coleman matches. I think these are Coghlan's little emergency matches. Your second way, you should have lighters, butane lighters, big lighters, traditional, get them at the grocery store. Number 3, going back to the old Indians, I guess, flint and steel. I like this little combination. I picked it up at the surplus store. It's got a brick of magnesium. You scrape the magnesium particles off with your knife, put those on your dried leaves or your whatever your tinder is that you're using, your petroleum Vaseline jelly soaked cotton balls. Scrape the shavings off onto that, turn it over, and here is a piece of flint. Take the back of your knife, not your nice sharp blade, the back ridge of your knife, drag it along the flint, and a shower of hot sparks will come out, lighting your magnesium particles, which in turn will light your tinder. Number 9, 6, 7, 8 is fire starting. 9, something to get your fire going. Some sort of little fuel in case you don't have tinder. These are some Coleman little fibrous sticks. They kind of look like wood. Maybe they may be, maybe they're not. You can also use the little military trioxylene tablets. Anything that will light easily, and then you can get your twigs going from that. You're not going to light a log the size of your arm with a match. It's not going to happen. Number 10. Some people would say the most important thing you should never ever be without, your knife. I was kind of joking earlier. This is really the kind of reason I did this video today. I use this knife to carve my pumpkin. It's a Mora. It's a Swedish knife. They're between $15 and $20. Get it on the internet. Also part of number 10, some sort of a little multi-tool. Something with a screwdriver bit on it. Personally, I would really prefer something more like a Leatherman because it has a set of pliers. So, number 11, we're beyond the original 10 now. Item number 11, you're going to have to signal for help if you're hurt. Your voice is going to last about 2 minutes of screaming and calling to people. You're going to be in trouble. You can always blow into a whistle. You got to have a whistle. Also, a signal mirror. So there's item number 11. Very, very important. It's flat. It takes up no room. You need this. That's 11. Number 12, something to make repairs with. Some rope. A lot of people prefer military, what's called 550 paracord. This is just some nylon rope I picked up at a store somewhere, hardware store, surplus store. Rope to help you make a tarp, to make your tarp into a lean-to or something to keep you out of the rain, keep you out of the snow. Very important. Also, some electrical tape. 13, a metal, aluminized space blanket. These have been around since the space program, the early days of it. This will keep you warm if you're really in a bad situation. 14, poncho. I actually happen to have 2 here, a little tiny poncho and a bigger poncho. Number 15, last but certainly not least, toilet paper. Not going to go down this road too far, self-explanatory. So that is your 15 essentials. Now, some Tylenol extra strength in case you've broken your leg, or hopefully you're not going to be in that situation, but you might. Some soap, some biodegradable soap. I am Mr. Environmentalist. Some biodegradable soap. Your hands, your face, whatever. A wound goes back to first aid. Wash your cup. You should probably have a little plate or something too. Wire saw. This unwraps its wire to cut some wood. Some cyano light sticks. I've got a few of these here. Tweezers. Also a little pack with some safety pins in it. I suppose that probably really goes in pairs. For Mr. Pumpkin, for Black Cat Band, Craig on camera, my wife Marika floating around here, I'm Don Dunham. Happy Halloween, and we'll see you at the clubs.